Hi, I'm Kayla,
I'm Radhika.
and this is our group project, which we decided to do on making cards for a elder living facility in our area. In doing this project, one of the first challenges that we came across was the concept of motivation. How are we going to get all of our team members investing in having the project go smoothly?
And the OB concept that we used to address that challenge was shared values of project outcome, because we all wanted to be on time, really high quality, and put a lot of effort into it. And we wanted to be as efficient as possible and not take up too much of our time. And the impact that we have by donating these to the elderly.
The second challenge that we came across was figuring out how to equally disperse work amongst our group members. So basically, how did we go about dividing smaller tasks and needs?
So we use applying divide and conquer strategies for this. We split up roles by people who were responsible for filming, bringing supplies, booking rooms for study rooms to make the cards, and etc.
And the final challenge that we identified was the concept of diverse identity. Essentially, all of us are coming from different time schedules, different majors. We'd never met each other before this class, etc.
And the OB concept we used for that was in group theory. We established patterns of communication. In previous projects, we had built that trust already with each other. And we also had, we made a clear workflow and organizational structure on where we're gonna make the cards, gonna get them delivered, and things like that.
Hi, my name is Andy, and something that went well with our group was efficiency and motivation. We went over a couple ideas that we wanted to do for our project, but ultimately landed on making cards for the elderly and kind of motivate, intrinsic motivation for our group. And this also relates to the OB concept of an in-group theory, because we worked together throughout this quarter, so we kind of understand each other, what our goals and what we wanted. So I think in that way we were able to communicate what we wanted to do and what our goals were to ultimately land on making letters for the elderly.
Hi, I'm Radhika, and I think my understanding of OB concepts in this project really evolved by learning a lot more about the motivation, how we set SMART goals to complete our project on time and do really well, and also in that intrinsic motivation by helping the elderly. And I think the project went really well. All of us were able to complete a ton of cards to give for the holiday season, and it was a great experience.
At the beginning, we struggled a little bit because we didn't know what project we were doing and also the individual tasks that we were doing. But after using OB concepts like setting SMART goals, creating the timeline, and dividing up the roles, we were able to stay organized. And also, I dropped off the cards at the nursing home, and seeing how much they appreciated them showed me how OB principles can turn a simple task into a meaningful and positive team experience.
Hi, I'm Kayla, and overall this project helped me connect the idea of an OB value to how you can use them to solve problems. So for example, we had sort of that intrinsic motivation because we were giving cards to the elderly and such, and that really helped me understand, when you have a challenge of motivation, there are certain things connected to OB concepts that can solve that. Overall, we were able to complete the project in a really timely manner, which was really nice. The logistics took a while to figure out, and the room was actually a little bit hard to find because some of us had never been to the library before, but overall the project went really smoothly.
Working on this project reminded me how simple tasks can become meaningful when a team like ours aligns around the same purpose. Writing holiday cards for the elderly wasn't physically hard, but it still challenged us to think about how we work together and how we would show up as a group. Once we talked through what we wanted the outcome to look like, we started sharing the same values for the project, and that alone made the process made us feel more connected and more intentional about what we were doing. Applying the divide and conquer strategy and thinking about ourselves through in-group theory made a noticeable difference. Once we divided the work based on each other's strengths, the task was going really smoother. Our communication improved naturally because we knew what each of us had to do. We kept checking in with each other, and it didn't feel forced. It just genuinely felt like we cared. I didn't expect something like making little holiday cards would change the way I thought about teamwork, but it definitely did. And it helped me realize how small acts of service can shift your mindset, and how these OB concepts actually help you understand those moments instead of just completing the task. And I think overall it went really well, and it was actually really fun. I enjoyed it.